Hello, welcome back to my channel and to another reaction video. This time we'll be checking out another death battle. This is Godzilla versus Gamera.
Kaiju, the Japanese word for
a giant monster that destroys everything around it, like Godzilla, the king of the monsters.
And Gamera, the guardian of the universe. Despite
Okay.
being box office rivals for half a
I know
century,
Godzilla, but
these two
Gamera
enormous
is
creatures
completely
have
new
never met until
character
today.
for me.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. The year was 1954, less than a decade after Little Boy and Fat Man had decimated Japan.
The nuclear age had begun.
As the United States tested their shiny new hydrogen bombs across the Pacific, one of them woke something up.
Godzilla, the radioactive, rampaging savior/destroyer of Japan.
Yep.
Mutated by nuclear energy, Godzilla stands over 300 feet tall and weighs 90,000 tons. He is an unstoppable force of nature.
And for some reason, Godzilla has made Japan his personal playground and has been stomping through it for 60 years.
Couldn't he have picked on some other country?
Godzilla's radioactive mutation leaves everything in his wake contaminated. Water, plants, even people. Godzilla's presence alone turns a city block completely uninhabitable.
Like that noisy upstairs neighbor, or people who let their dog shit in your front lawn.
But Godzilla does not simply walk past his enemies to destroy them.
His strength is insane. He once lifted and threw his arch-rival Kaiser Ghidorah, who weighs 100,000 frickin' tons.
He channels this strength through his claws, teeth, tail,
And epic gravity-defying drop kicks.
What the
Hilarious abilities aside, Godzilla would not be such a legendary kaiju without some serious firepower. He can emit atomic energy from his body for a short-range nuclear pulse.
Or fire his signature atomic breath, a goddamn laser beam of pure
Yeah,
radiation.
Godzilla minus
That's
one
like
did it
microwaving at
perfectly.
least 100 balls of tinfoil.
Well, give or take a few million.
That's some awesome destruction right there.
The atomic breath can melt, burn, or blow up just about anything. And you know it just can't smell good. I mean, that's a lot of fish.
No. That right there is Zilla, the bastardized and shamed American version that Toho literally bought the rights to and completely rebranded just to murder on screen.
Take that, America.
And that was just the real Godzilla standing
Really?
atomic
They bought the
breath.
rights just so
After
they could do
absorbing a
that.
giant pterodactyl soul.
Okay.
Okay, he gained the power to boost his breath to the red spiral ray.
An attack so deadly, it only took a few blasts to obliterate the more powerful clone of himself, Space Godzilla.
What? Space Godzilla?
Yes, Space Godzilla's a thing. Moving on.
Oh,
Godzilla's cell structure can quickly regenerate from all manner of wounds. And despite being vulnerable to man-made electricity, he possesses magnetic properties. Like a lightning rod, he can attract thunderbolts from the sky and use nature's power to enhance his own abilities. Or turn himself into a giant living magnet.
Fuck yeah.
magnets. How do they even work? Well, believe it or not, that isn't the weirdest thing that Godzilla can do. If Big G needs to get somewhere quick, he bends over, charges up, and does this.
Well, at least Japan is creative?
Wait, can that even happen?
Scaling to the present, to actually lift his body means the atomic breath must have a force of over 328 trillion psi. That's the equivalent of 1 trillion riot control fire hoses, enough to wrap around the Earth 38,000 times.
Damn. Godzilla has 44 known victories, largely due to his insane durability. He's fallen into a volcano, survived a black hole, and tanked a meteorite point blank without a scratch.
But despite popular belief, Godzilla is not invincible. His regeneration takes time, his speed is lacking, And despite having two brains, one in his skull and the other where his tail meets his torso, he's pretty darn clumsy.
Where were you on that one, ass-brain?
He officially lost a fight against King Kong, and he's even died in 4 separate films.
But Godzilla's victories definitely outweigh his failures. There's a good reason they call him the King of the Monsters.
But yeah, Godzilla did beat Kong in the Kong vs. Godzilla movie. Came out a few years ago, so.
The year was 1965, the apex of the space race. Technology was advancing further and faster than ever before, but no one could have anticipated the bioengineered marvel hidden beneath the waves. Eons ago, the ancient people of Atlantis learned how to construct life and foolishly decided to play God.
But instead of creating something safe like a dog or a bunny, they created giant flying laser-shooting murder birds. Surprise, surprise, they couldn't be controlled, and they turned 100% of Atlantis into oceanfront property.
So, what was their solution to counter these giant destructive monsters? Why, another giant destructive monster, of course!
Works every time.
Enter Gamera, guardian of the universe and friend to all children.
Hurry, let's go. You aren't harmless. Gamera doesn't hurt people. He likes them.
Friend to all children? That's a terrible title. How about Gamera, the flying, fire-breathing ninja turtle of doom?
That's actually not far off. For a 260-foot, 10,000-ton turtle, Gamera is quite agile.
And he sticks it! His arsenal includes 2 huge tusks, twin elbow spikes, and a fire breath so strong it can be used underwater, despite being, you know, fire.
Technically, it's highly concentrated plasma, the 4th state of matter. The hottest plasma ever created by man exceeded 3.6 million degrees Fahrenheit. That's hotter than the surface of the sun. Gamera's fireballs can burn through practically anything.
And when he's not spitting hot fire, he fucking eats it!
It's true, a fiery 4-course meal can quickly heal and re-energize him.
That's handy.
Naturally, as a giant turtle monster,
But that's gonna come down in the fight.
into his shell for extra defense. And then fire rocket jets out of the holes and frickin' fly? What the fuck is this? And why can't my turtle do that? Someday, Mr. Snappy. Someday.
Gamera can fly at speeds breaching Mach 3, over 2,200 miles per hour. That's faster than the world record-holding SR-71 Blackbird.
But how the hell does he know where he's going? And more importantly, how does he not puke his guts out?
The Atlanteans built Gamera using mana, an ethereal energy force connecting all things, places, and people. Everything has a finite pool of mana, which can be measured using a Sega Dreamcast.
But it still can't play DVDs.
A person's mana is dependent on how much influence and authority they possess over others. As Gamera literally holds
Good
the world's
product
fate
placement.
in his claws,
Very good.
his mana levels are off the charts.
Gamera can manipulate his mana in combat, which is useful when you've lost your arm and need to give your enemy a kaiju-sized falcon punch. Fuck yeah!
And if Gamera ever runs low on mana, he can summon more from the earth itself.
I think he got him. Gamera is fast enough to catch a missile going Mach 10, capable of flying through outer space, and tough enough to survive a nuclear explosion which leveled the entire city of Sendai.
As Sendai is about 152 miles across, this explosion must have yielded nearly 112 megatons of force.
Gamera has a fierce will to fight. No matter how much pain he's in, he'll keep pushing forward for the win.
And he's not just determined, he's actually quite brilliant. He tactically seeks to exploit enemy weaknesses, and is apparently smart enough to repair an alien spacecraft.
He does machines.
But despite his intelligence, he is not infallible. Gamera's supposedly impenetrable defenses have been pierced before. And remember, Gamera is explicitly the guardian of Earth, which does not necessarily include humanity. In fact, Gamera fears mankind may one day become the Earth's greatest enemy.
I knew he sounded too good to be true. He's a hippie turtle.
And yet, Gamera has a strange fondness for children.
Gamera! Gamera! He will bring kids to his bed, touch them like no other can. Please don't tell on Gamera! No, really.
Actually, he's sacrificed his life to save children on multiple occasions, even used his ultimate self-destruct move, all for the safety of innocent children.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I have no idea, but
Plans are set. Let's end this debate
I
once
want
and for all.
Godzilla to win, but I don't. Gamera seems like a really... I don't wanna say. Yeah, you know this city is getting destroyed. Ooh. They are awesome. Taking him to space, it seems. That actually is really fucking cool. After Gamera got Godzilla to space, he probably should have just tossed him away rather than bringing back. Now they are underwater, so... Well, no. Oh no. Yeah, Godzilla might be the more durable one of the two. And now it's trying to self-destruct. That wasn't a self-destruct. Oh, right through. Gamera was going for the self-destruct, but Godzilla beat. Okay.
Master of the culinary arts to his title because Godzilla just made turtle soup.
Gamera may have held the speed advantage, but Godzilla's sheer size and power won this bout.
He's 9 times heavier. Plus, while Gamera tanked a city-busting nuke and almost died, Godzilla tanked a similar explosion from a meteorite and didn't even flinch.
Gamera's shell was once pierced by Virus, a physically weaker foe. There's no doubt Godzilla could overpower this giant turtle.
Hell, he's strong enough to match goddamn Thor. And since Godzilla's atomic breath is composed of pure radiation, not fire, Gamera could not feed off of it.
But most importantly, Gamera has a history of winning through retreating. He usually takes one round to analyze his foe and another to win the day. On paper, this sounds like a smart idea.
But unfortunately for Gamera, Godzilla don't play like that. Looks like Godzilla put Gamera through living... shell.
The winner is Godzilla.
Fuck yeah. But yeah, not gonna lie, this was kind of silly. The animation wasn't the best, but it was very informative. As I said before, I had no idea Gamera was even a thing, and yeah, there were a lot of kind of dumb stuff, but I don't know. Seeing those old ass movies with old ass effects, I don't know, they have a certain charm. I definitely wanna check up on a few movies on Gamera. But yeah, Godzilla. Is it really true that the studio or whatever bought the rights to the American version of Zilla and only so that they could kill it off? Did they hate it really all that much? I mean, I've seen the movie, and while okay, when I saw it for the first time, I didn't know much about Godzilla, so I thought it was a pretty decent monster flick. But yeah, after that, I've seen plenty of Godzilla stuff, so I could understand why, especially why people would be upset, especially the design. But and yeah, compared to this Godzilla, that version was rather weak. But even today, I mean, it's a guilty pleasure. Still a pretty decent monster flick. But yeah, But yeah, it was pretty cool seeing Gamera do the whole flying saucer thing. And yeah, I honestly thought he did the self destruct at that one, but no, that was some other attack. Then when he went for the self destruct, Godzilla transformed and blew him the fuck up. And but yeah, I have to admit the Godzilla's atomic breath is pretty damn epic. I just recently saw Godzilla -1, and at the level of destruction that the atomic breath does that in that movie. I just want to say shame on uh, the monster burst that Hollywood has been spewing out. I mean, some of the movies are pretty good. They're a guilty pleasure of mine, but yeah, we have yet to see a proper monster fight. And yet they stated it when they did uh, gave the backstory and whatnot. I didn't know there was an old Kong versus Godzilla movie where Kong apparently won, but yeah, we do have the new one, and in that Godzilla won before Mega Godzilla and whatnot showed up, and but yeah, I guess they're even now. And now there's gonna be another one, but I don't think they're gonna fight each other. That's gonna be finding the other big ape. Let's have to see. But yeah, I'm talking way too long. What do you guys think? Write your thoughts down below. Hope you enjoyed my reaction. Drop a comment, double like, subscribe if you want, and I will see you in another video.